We're going to work with our partners in Congress to make sure the state gets the support it needs. It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort.
Breaking news out of Baltimore. Around 1:30 this morning, a container ship struck a pier of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. Within seconds, the sections of the bridge around that pier collapsed into the harbor.
It's just unbelievable. Ever since then, first responders have been trying to save people who went into the water, and they expect that search and rescue operation to last for several more hours. The people they're looking for include crews working on the bridge.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come to you and to talk to you about the bridge that collapsed in Baltimore today. I want to start off by giving our prayers to those who are involved, to the families that are waiting to hear from their loved ones, as well as for those who are dealing and hoping to be the rescuers in this particular situation. So last night around 1:30 a.m., a ferry was traveling in the port of Baltimore, one of the largest ports in the U.S., and carrying a whole container ship full of containers. And he ran into the bridge, and the bridge collapsed instantly. There were crews that were working on the bridge. There were people who were driving across, and many people are not sure of what is going on. The rescuers have been working nonstop around the clock to try to preserve and hopefully to rescue many people. But at this time right now, many people are not sure of what the situation may hold. With the weather being cold, with the water that is there right now, it is a life and death situation that we need to hope and pray that people are well. Joe Biden had a chance to speak on the particular situation. We'll go ahead and listen to what he had to say. Come back and talk about it just after that. If it's your first time joining, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and here we go.
Priority. Ship traffic in the Port of Baltimore has been suspended until further notice, and we'll need to clear that channel before the ship traffic can resume. The Army Corps of Engineers is on the spot and is going to help lead this effort to clear the channel. The Port of Baltimore is one of the nation's largest shipping hubs, and I've been there a number of times as a senator and as a vice president. It handles a record amount of cargo last year. It's also the top port in America for both imports and exports of automobiles and light trucks. Around 850,000 vehicles go through that port every single year, and we're going to get it up and running again as soon as possible. 15,000 jobs depend on that port, and we're going to do everything we can to protect those jobs and help those workers. The bridge is also critical for travel, not just for Baltimore, but for the Northeast Corridor. Over 30,000 vehicles cross the Francis Scott Key Bridge on a daily basis. It's virtually, it's one of the most important elements for the economy in the Northeast and the quality of life. My transportation secretary is there now. As I told Governor Moore, I've directed my team to move heaven and earth to reopen the port and rebuild the bridge as soon as humanly possible. And we're going to work hand in hand with the support of Maryland to support Maryland whatever they ask for. We're going to work with our partners in Congress to make sure the state gets the support it needs. It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort.
All right, family. So there it is. We heard that Joe Biden has announced that they're going to look to fund the entire cost of this particular operation. When we look at the bridge does not look to be a drawbridge. So I'm wondering here if the operator of the ship possibly fell asleep heading into a certain direction and just kind of lost control of the ship, because normally you see drawbridges where you have these particular sections, and there's not showing anything like that. So this is obvious, something that's going to be a serious issue, that a person, whoever's driving this, is going to have their name associated with this particular incident probably for the rest of their time as employers look to hire. Insurance rates are probably going to be outrageous for this particular individual. But with that, again, like, we have to consider now. So Joe Biden has said that he hopes that Congress will fund the entire cost of this. What does that look like? First of all, you have to pay for the cost of the bridge. I looked at Sky News. Sky News says that it's expected to be around $600 million just for the bridge alone. With that, additionally, you have 15,000 particular workers who work in areas related to this space. So what I'm thinking here is, will Congress also be giving out stimulus payments, impact checks, and things of that nature to make sure people are remaining at their jobs, so they don't have to retrain 15,000 workers? So that $600 million over time could balloon very quickly. I feel like it could be, $1 billion, $2 billion by the time that everything is said and done, and we can see exactly how this plays out. They're still searching for people underneath the water, people which were in their cars, and hopefully they're able to get out. But we'll follow the story, look to follow a little bit more. What are your thoughts? Please comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.